Hi, my name's Herb Levine. I'm going to go on a little different tack, and I don't want to get that specific. But there was an interesting article in the Gondo recently about Steve Alby's resignation from the Charrette Advisory Board. And while there might have been a little, or maybe a lot more to the story about some other maybe reasons for Mr. Alby's resignation, I didn't come up here to discuss them. I did come up here to discuss Mr. Alby's extreme pro-growth view in general, and those same views specifically relating to our airport. The whole airport process, from start to now, seems to be related to Envision Venice in a deja vu way, all over again. And I'm asking, when is council going to learn? All of your efforts to convert the Envision Venice attendees to the views of your sponsors failed. All the pro-growth opening remarks just didn't work the way they were intended to work. And even some pure skullduggery fizzled out. So, the Envision Venice results were simply ignored after that. And then a staunch pro-growth advocate, by his own quoted remarks in the newspaper, was put on the Charrette Advisory Board. Why? Was it to make sure that our citizens' viewpoints would be heard and listened to in a purely unbiased manner? Or was it just some more of the Envision Our Venice system? I would almost bet that if our government started an anti-crime commission, I'll just pick that right out of the air, they would have appointed Jesse James, Ma Barker, and Jack the Ripper to head the commission. I'm not trying to be funny. I have the same series of doubts about the majority of council's ability and their desire to serve the people of Venice as council has about the intelligence of those same citizens of Venice. I can almost hear the wheels turning up there about how it's always worked that way in the past. So, that system may have worked well many, many years ago. But that era is done. It's over. It's finished. Too much publicity out there, too much of these minority naysayers who don't agree with anything. And they put it in newsletters and on web pages, and just too many people read that stuff. But I think that council will learn. At least they will in November. Thank you.
Thank you.
There was only a few things, 2 points. And one of them, I've heard a councilman repeat over and over again. This is not the only meeting. Several councilmen have repeated the statement that the citizens don't really understand what's going on, whether it's about the airport or whatever it was. Oh, I can remember that going back to Henry Ranch. But as far as the airport goes, from the start of it, when it was in the sort of dark and the developers were hired, towards the almost end, when the charrettes were brought up to elicit public opinion, at the end, I think that citizens here understood very well what was happening, real well. If you think that all the guys that came out of the big cities have farm boy written on their forehead, you're wrong. We understand exactly what was going on. And there was an uproar that sort of changed some minds or made people nervous. So you can keep saying that we don't understand, but I think we understand pretty well because the same things happen over and over again.